Hello everybody, welcome back to Taste of Reality. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Temptation Island Season 4, Episode 8. Before we get into it, please... Damn, the show was killing me. Please make sure to like this video. Oh my gosh. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. I need some water. Somehow I blame me almost dying on Hana. I don't know how, but I feel like it's his fault. Anyways, let's start off with Gillian. She's reacting to Edgar's sex tape from last episode. And basically she's saying that this is low-key a side of Edgar that doesn't really surprise her that much.
I think he's having sex with her to get back at me and make himself feel in control again. 2 years ago, we went through this exact thing, and it's tough.
I mean, maybe he'll buy her another promise ring. What was the promise in the first place? Was it that he wouldn't cheat, or was it that they were gonna get married? Because, oof, breaking all the promises, child. She is fired up to tell the other guys that he slept with somebody, and the guys are insinuating that, oh my gosh, he's so trash for sleeping with someone in the process. But didn't Ash sleep? Never mind. In the most uncomfortable couples position I've ever seen, Ash takes an opportunity to mend fences with Taylor because of the miscommunication that happened earlier in the day.
I shared that to be like, here's my weak and vulnerable part.
I'm a real person and I share who I am because I care about the people around me.
I like that in this conversation, she was clarifying that I'm not saying I'm going to go back to Hana, but a fear of mine is that I'm so dependent and so scared that he's the only one who will love me that I will return. When you're in a healthy relationship, you should be, well, whether or not this relationship is even a relationship, let alone healthy, is up for debate. But when you are in a healthy relationship, you want to be able to share some deepest, darkest fears and not be scaring the person away, right? So I get how she thought it would go a different way, and I also understand Taylor's fear of like, oh my gosh, that means she's leaving me, when really she was just expressing a concern of hers. They do kind of mend fences, but it's still weighing on her. So yeah, on the other side, we have Hana in some hot water with Karina, who is now experiencing just a taste of what Ash has had to deal with for the last year and a half.
This and you both have amazing butts. Let me just say, like,
Hana, what?
This was not intentional. But she's making it about her right now.
I know, but don't yell at her nonetheless.
It's not about her.
The thing with Hana, like, I don't know if he truly believes he's God's gift to man or if he's just really this naive, but he just thinks every sexual desire of his needs to be expressed and that it should just be reciprocated. I don't know. And so the fact that he thought Karina was out of line to feel away, it just blew my mind. And so, you know, everybody's favorite term is narcissist. And normally I don't like diagnosing people with these psychological terms. However, in this case, I think I agree. I've never seen somebody turn a situation so quickly and then make you sound like you are the dumb one for expressing your concerns when really you were the one in the wrong, Hana. How are you going to look at Karina and say, oh, I'm upset with her because she's making it about herself? She thought she had a connection with you, and here you are fawning over 2 other women that aren't her. She has the right to be upset. Whew. Pray for anybody who has to deal with this man after the show. So it's time to pick the final dates, and most of the decisions made complete sense, both the guys and the girls, except Luke picked Paige instead of picking Juicy, which her speculation is that he doesn't want to give in to potential feelings he might have for her. And honestly, that might be true, because where did Paige come from? That was a shock to me as much as it was to Juicy. But on these final dates, both Ashley and Lascelles' dates are trying to find out whether they have space in their partner's life, right? So Blake is here wanting to show Ashley that he's committed to this. He wants to see if things can work out. And she still seems like she wants closure. And so does Lascelles, right? He's already told Trace that he loves her, but he kind of recanted earlier in the day by saying, I need to have closure there before I make that decision with you. And for Trace, that's really frustrating, because why must you get a decision from someone else to determine whether or not you love me? You should love me regardless of any other external circumstances. So I can see how frustrating that is. I do think that they both deserve the closure, not because like there is hope or there isn't hope, but like 7 years is a long time to just throw away, right? So I feel like some kind of reconciliation to validate the 7 years that they had together and to affirm to each other that it was not a waste and they have learned and that they are better apart. I am hoping they break up. I'm hoping. If they don't, I blame Hana. I don't know why. I just feel like it's his fault. If you think about it though, I feel like, of course, like 7 years is a long time and a lot of people feel like I've invested so much time, I don't want it to go to waste, right? But would you rather cut it off now or just prolong the inevitable? And I feel like they can both tell that it's just not there for them anymore. They just haven't had that conversation together. So we'll see. Next week, we'll see what they come to a resolve in. Earlier in the episode, Ash said that she deserved an intense love that's just as intense as she is. And, you know, based off of the way that she and Taylor kiss, I think she has found exactly that. However, Taylor's having concerns that maybe she needs time on her own to heal before they jump into a situation or before she explores something with anybody else. And I think that's absolutely true. She's been in such an emotionally manipulative relationship that maybe she's lost her sense of self, or maybe she didn't really have a lot of it coming into the relationship. So she needs a time to heal from that relationship, find herself, and then find somebody who's able to give her what she deserves. Unbeknownst to her, Hana is ring shopping. Now, this isn't new. Every season, there's somebody who wants to propose. And it seems like it's the person who should not be proposing at all. So as he's shopping, Luke is also getting inspired and he's thinking maybe he should shop for a ring too, because he's really learned that he has found his person and all there's left to do is ask her to marry him.
I'm confident that I've officially found the woman of my dreams, and I just want to spend the rest of my life with her.
Here's my thing about proposals. I feel like proposals should be mutual, like engagements should be mutual even prior to the proposal, right? So I do believe that they should get back together. I think they've done great work, but in terms of getting married, I think this is a conversation they need to have again. They've already talked about it, but they haven't been through this process, right? So these new revelations haven't been expressed between them. And I think it's a little hasty to propose without those kind of conversations. But, you know, the show always wants some kind of dramatic ending. And so probably Iris will say yes, Ash will say no, Hana will be in tears, nothing new. Skipping far ahead, because there was a lot of fluff if you ask me in this episode, Gillian asks Tommy where they stand, and he says they are just friends.
I think right now it's just, I've enjoyed my time here with you, and we're friends.
It's, you know, definitely hard for me because I feel like I may be a little more invested in this than maybe you are, which is fine.
Realistically, Tommy already told her on a few occasions that he's not in a place to commit and that she needs time to heal after her relationship. And also age-wise, they're just in different places right now. He's 24, which is still relatively young for a guy, but she's 21 and has been in a 3-year relationship with this man. So clearly she would need time to heal, even if it was just to be with him, you know? He doesn't want to be with her, which doesn't fully surprise her, but it's just disheartening for her because she did want more. She did try to convince him just to be in the moment and have fun. But at the end of the day, for Tommy, it was just that fun. On the other side, you have Edgar, who is just all eyes on Marissa.
Me and Edgar got to enjoy every room in the house. And that's all I'm gonna say.
He says being with Marissa reminds him a lot of who he used to be before Gillian. And honestly, if that means less emotional breakdowns, we all win. We all win. Thank you, Marissa, for reminding him of who he is, that he don't have to keep crying over this girl for no damn reason. Well, it's not no damn reason, but like, I think Edgar even forgets how bad he was in their relationship, you know? Like, he seems to put a lot of the onus on the breakdown of their relationship on Gillian, and it's like, no, stop doing that. I'm ready for Gillian to read him for filth. What I hate about Temptation Island, though, is that they don't show us like a what's to expect in the next episode. So honestly, anything is up in the air right now. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.